Okay, perfect. So this video today, we're going to be talking about company policy and the things that we pay attention to and who we are here at L&D Fitness. So one of the first things is no negativity whatsoever. People come here because life is the way that it is, and they want positivity. They want to feel like a new person when they leave this place, right? So no negativity whatsoever. If there's any kind of drama whatsoever, and I mean if there is employee to employee, we don't speak ill about other clients. Employees will not speak ill about each other. If you have any issues whatsoever, you bring that to me or you bring that to Lindell so we can delegate and figure out how to handle it, whatever the issue may be. We will handle it from there. There's no need for you to take any kind of matters in your own hands. Um, One very big thing that I like to kind of harp on is exchange apology for appreciation. Okay. What I mean by that is, as a coach, you may be new to this. This may be your first coaching job. This may be your fifth coaching job. And there's something powerful about exchanging apology for appreciation. So don't apologize unless you've actually done something wrong. Okay. An example would be if you go to dinner, right? And you have a group of people waiting on you, and you were to say, I'm sorry for being late. Your group of friends may be like, oh, yeah, you're always late. You're always sorry. You're always late. Versus you saying, flipping it, like, hey, I appreciate everybody's patience. Everybody's like, wow, I was patient. Oh, we're just glad to have you here. So as an example, if a client says something to you like, hey, you didn't do X, Y, and Z, instead of you saying, I'm sorry, or getting defensive, and be like, hey, I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. What's going on? If somebody says, I'm not losing any weight, your program doesn't work. Okay, I appreciate your feedback. What about the program do you think isn't working? So we can make it better for you. Changes their mindset, de-escalates the situation, and it's going to be great. Um, Listen more than you speak. I do all the selling, so you guys don't have to worry about trying to get people into the facility. That's what I handle. My role is acquisition and get you guys your clients. Now, sales does not end just because somebody is now a client. Okay. Listen more than you speak. When a client has something to say, if they're talking about their day, don't be like, oh, this reminds me of this time in my life where X, Y, and Z happened. Listen to them. Tell me more about that. What's going on? But keep up your reps. You're doing great. High five, so on and so forth. Um, we ultimately need to understand where clients are at when they're going through a season. If we have a client that is, let's say, on top of everything, right? They haven't missed a session for like 6 months, and then all of a sudden they start trickling off. We don't need to guilt trip them and say like, hey, what's been going on? You're gonna lose all your progress if you don't get in here. Like, hey, well, like what's going on in your life? Like, what's happening? How can we help? It could be that somebody's struggling. There was a situation where we had a client, her family, their stove went out, and clients pitched in and helped buy a stove for a client's parents, and that changed everything that she thought about a gym, right? And that's not what we are. So we're not boot camp, we're not CrossFit, we don't do classes, we do sessions. We are a transformation facility, and a transformation can be a magnitude of different things, but it changes somebody's outlook on community, and that's what we're trying to build here. So that's just some of the big things and that we like to focus on as far as like policy and facts. Um, as far as people making appointments, if somebody reaches out to you and they're like, hey, I want to make an appointment to kind of join the gym, you have them reach out through the work number. Okay. Sessions are not to exceed more than 30 minutes, regardless if they're late or early. They start on time and we end on time. Session prices, I just go over. If anybody asks anything like, hey, how much do you charge? Like, hey, I just train. I coach, that's it. You don't have to go over pricing. And you can tell them like, hey, I know they base everything off of what all you want as far as programming goes. Proper attire must be worn at all times. If there's any incidents, injuries, or issues, you need to report to me or Landell immediately. Um, every time you leave, you need to make sure that your area is clean. Uh, If you need to cancel something, try and give us as much heads up notice as possible so we can get sessions covered. We understand things happen, it's okay. No sessions are allowed to be held after 8 p.m. or before 5 a.m. unless disclosed to Lindell or myself. There's no solicitation. So if you have another supplement company that you work for or you do a sponsorship with, we can probably pay better commission than what they do. So no solicitation unless it's something we support, then we're able to do that. And then all marketing will be created by the company is only to be used as directed. All promotions will be followed and promoted. No nutritional counseling is allowed unless you get the proper certification. Everything needs to fall under Lindell and myself. The biggest thing is we need to make sure that you're able to adapt and understand what we're doing and how we're doing this and be a part of the vision to get people to the next level. So this is a little bit longer than anticipated, but that is our company policy and facts. Big thing, no negativity, no drama, exchange apology for appreciation, listen more than you speak, and understand where clients are at. So stay tuned for the next couple of videos. Thanks.